All right, joining us now is Pavin Chachavalpongpun. He's a professor at the Center for Southeast Asian Studies at Kyoto University. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining us here. So last time you and I spoke, you were doubtful the deal would hold. So I guess no surprise now seeing this ceasefire seemingly fall apart.
Yes, of course. It's not really accidental, for the ceasefire to collapse, given the domestic crisis in Thailand. I just want to speak, from the perspective Thailand. In the past few weeks, the Anutin government encountered a number of crises. For example, the flood in the south, and also, which is, more critical, has been the seemingly intimate link of key Thai elites with the scammer, across the Thai-Cambodian border. So we can say that the return of the war between the two countries could be a tactic of the current government to divert attention from domestic failure, to deal with those problems and basically to create war. So that's why leading to the collapse of the ceasefire.
Given what you say there, I'm wondering how far they'll take it, because the Thai military said it wants to cripple Cambodia's military capability for a long time to come. If it's just a distraction from domestic troubles, that certainly sounds like a very aggressive goal.
Well, that also shocked Thai people, including myself. But I guess this is a part of the the latest wave of Thai nationalism, and it has been beneficial for the army to say so. We have to remember that the Thai army has long involved in Thai politics, and by clinking on nationalism like this, this is a way for the army to further entrench itself in politics, and the government, the Anutin government, seemed to allow the army to play such role. But to what extent that we can believe, in terms of the Thai army wanting to crush, Cambodia once and for all, a lot of people seem to be doubtful on that. This is a big thing, and we still hope that some external pressure, like from ASEAN and also from the United States, could play a role here.
Okay, well, let's talk about that external pressure then. President Trump says he's going to make a phone call today and fix this. Last night, he promised he'd get the truce, in his words, back on track. You share his confidence?
Well, I'm not so confident now, because this is not the first time President Trump said something like this, and this is definitely not the first time the U.S. intervene in crisis. Every time the U.S. intervene, they seem to speak just basically for short-term solution. That's what I'm trying to say. Nobody, including the United States, really interested in looking into long-term sustainable, plan to rebuild peace, between the two countries. We quite, in Thailand, we seem to understand that President Trump has been very keen. This is so much so his personal project in order to achieve, certain kind of reward, for example, Nobel Peace Prize. But whether that could be translated into real pressure from the United States, nobody quite sure.
Yeah, speaking of the pressure, the first time around, President Trump got both sides to stop fighting by threatening to cut off trade talks. Is that the pressure he's going to use again? And will that work a second time around, do you think?
Well, it could work. If the U.S. really go into that, we are talking about real sanction. Maybe sanction is too big a word, but the U.S. will have to apply serious pressure, especially in using the conflict between Thailand and Cambodia as a leverage for tax negotiation with Thailand. But the U.S. also have to remember that the U.S. and President Trump is not the only actor in this region. We also have to think about the relationship between Thailand and China. Let's assume that if the tax talk collapse between Thailand and the United States, Thailand could easily turn to China, for economic security on top of political security China has long provided to Thailand.
We'll end on this. You spoke about sort of the, everybody looking for short-term solutions, especially the president here. But as you well know, I mean, this border dispute goes back to old colonial era maps. Given that neither country has really accepted where the line should be, I mean, is there any realistic path to actually settling this for good?
It is very difficult to settle, right? Because of the legacy of the history. But I also have to clarify this point. Territorial conflict has been there, but every time when conflict erupted, it always caused by other factors and other reasons. For example, like this time, more or less, it has been driven or motivated by Thailand domestic politics. But for in doing so, history and also territorial dispute has become so useful for them to be manipulated. So that is the point. I mean, this territorial conflict is just like any other territorial conflicts in the world. Sometimes it is better not to talk about it, not to touch it, right? And also the two countries has their own mechanism like border general committee, which for many years has been working really well. So I still believe that territorial conflict is not the core problem that created war this time and the previous times.
Yeah. We'll see what, if anything, comes from that phone call later today. Pavin Chachavalpongpun, thank you so much for speaking with us again. Appreciate it.
Thank you.